We can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff.
Let's keep it.
And he'll just take it. This place is roaring, and it's going to be handoff. Oh, he's got space. That's about as away from the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the back, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Sutton. Firing to the right, complete. Turns it on in midfield. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
I even want to play.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
What's so scary about this offense? They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. They have too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on assignment football. Sure, the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. It's Marion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking down. Fire to the wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swag.
And you make plays like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little...
Headed to and he cruises his way to the touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive, rushing for a while. You just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot. It's short. They're testing the right side here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw goals a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is even fine. But that's I guess, in your time. Over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty. That's why rivalries are so fun.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
It's unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
2nd down, go to the air. A little too much on that one, Justin.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game.
On the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know if you're dialing up this running back, man, he has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere close when as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. He goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect him.
He's loose. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge...
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Oh, they're after him. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. On the move, it's Berry. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Fakes the grab on the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. These two guys just they make clutch connections all the time.
That's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Berry. They go up top to pay off this drive.
How many first downs on this drive alone? This defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too.
The top goal. Quarterback may change this route. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? Our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. We'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the #1 LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will... Sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU put a foot to it for the opening. Fielded in the end zone. It's Winston. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence
getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to throw, it's Sutton. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer.
Wow. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Intercept. Drive in for the pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this defense starting to become a common thread, man. First drive, they forced the INT after having 4 picks last week. They are finding the football. Nice way to start this football.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way. And really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at second and 8. Here's a hit. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his he did it there. LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast. He breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Berry. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. And that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Out to the 25, no attempt at a return.
You like that? You like that?
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got his man quickly. And he surges up to 36-yard line and
here to this wide receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
catch in the middle. It's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to pick up the first. That last completion sets him up on second down. Dropping back, it's Sutton. Got him downfield. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Just keeps slinging it. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown. And here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Unloads it downfield. Got it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just to 5. Quickly complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they drive the field offense that can take it the distance on any.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how it went down. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they in this one. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup and telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The run to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Bringing the heat. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes down after a short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Now he's looking into the middle. And he's got it! Touchdown LSU! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Sutton. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now. 2nd interception. As many drives, this quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Off the play fake. On throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Now the challenge here, they punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Smashes it between the rights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but offensively, they've got to execute much better.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a loss. That loss.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it down. Balls it in. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him with the rest of this game.
Looking downfield. Lost one deep down the right side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient. Scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. Defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move, gets the touchdown. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. A nightmare he is not waking up from. Bring it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown LSU. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit as busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sutton. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the ball. A big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I know this isn't the start the
throwing
offense
some
wanted. They don't have any
interceptions.
points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
It's Ellington. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, all the
Mississippi State fired in from the red zone
Got
for
my
the
eyes.
score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot in the red zone. You backfield, and you lose the big fella. Lost that big of a guy, but he lost his.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to throw. It's Hurley. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. And he's dragged down. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this standing in the fire and delivering the ball? It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Breaking down. Uncorks one to the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got 11 guys on that ball, executing perfectly. Fantastic job at the back end that time. Being in position and making sure that they
just about took that one to the house. They finally bring it down, but when you have they've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Right down the middle. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes another momentum-building play. He can feel where the football got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often.
On first down. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes
Hurley.
a play.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Makes the grab. It's Ellington. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They're on 1st down. Got his man. Turning it on. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like he was forcing it a little bit too much.
He wants to throw it again. Back swinging for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. In this area of the field.
Touchdown Bulldogs! Fitted in the window for the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He only needs a sliver. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend today. They're trailing by 10 to Purdue. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll take more points on the board before the break. And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Sutton. Trying to make magic with his feet. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Well, I think of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to. And after that pitch and catch, he's 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Bro, you...
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, together, we need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And he's going to try to return this one. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance for plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. All down, he has enough to move the chains. Quick timeout call by the offense. Play. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Never a doubt. And push that lead out a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go for the second half. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the returner will be dragged down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got plenty done through the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Oh, it's Hurley. Completion on the out. They're going to
they look like they did that in their sleep.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Watkins. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he here.
Look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where...
Buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Thank you, replay.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. In the field, it's Hurley. Under fire. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The screen, and watch out. They get him on the ground. 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They've got it at the 7. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown by the Bengals. And the pummeling has started. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. Need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Double pose.
The miss is headed back to the field to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Offense set on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Sutton. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good. We got to keep it going.
Off the play. 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job to hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender outside to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
Catch and stride inside the 15. A huge play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. A lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Line getting set on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. And the pressure gets to him again. Another another sack.
And how about the if you run a little play action, I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care the play action. I'm not and neither did the defense.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big 10 action right now, and wait till you see how in this one, fellas. Is trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends in that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update. Second and a long way to go. To the air, it's Hurley. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air on second down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open.
Big dog.
Gets the easy touchdown.
He's going to be pretty good once he gets players. If he can get his players. I doubt he'll be missing the stage. He's winning.
And he'll just take a knee. This drive will start at the 25.
I would think. I just got too much talent for him right now.
The drive starts.
I mean, I see his vision. I see his plays.
Looking downfield on first down. Kicked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that
I see his plays. I mean, he freaking
Talk about being an impact
can
player
play,
for his
dude.
defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time again,
Still have it.
when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in
Quell
a tight
Peasy,
game
I don't
like
know
this,
how he
those
beat
two
you.
interceptions, that is massive.
I don't.
and he find a little bit of running room before they get him
How'd he
down.
beat you?
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got 3 on the field. Let's see what that's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That penalty moves the ball into the red zone. It's first and 10. Here we go. Give to the running back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup
What
of
up,
3 to the
Mish?
16.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the ball, and you could tell the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Going to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defense At this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Kick is good. Points to show for the drive. And they got this gargantuan lead.
Really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, position with a 3 points, but great job by this defense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Calls his own number. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Throwing right. And they can't make the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. He's got an open man. There he goes. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very statistical day. It's wide receiver.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
So Mississippi State punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive.
All down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out, had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to adjust the pattern. Rides to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
He had nowhere to go with the ball, guys, and the defense is a nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
Kick it away on 4th down. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the ball.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, that's at your disposal.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way, and here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. On long, doesn't need to take the check down. He was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Mississippi State will run the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's exactly the part you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to saw this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt per unit. Here comes the Mississippi State. And they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
They go to the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
It's facing a... These DBs going to give a little cushion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It's complete. They finally get to him. What a play there. Pick up the 1st down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running, getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he's going to bring this one out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Letting get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs
Peasy.
last drive.
Peasy.
Maybe mix up a few personnel.
How'd you get beat by this guy?
37 and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit. Defense is in there. Their offense has scored as well. So it's a big tipping point in the football game. It's a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been... Like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong. Let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's a good player, man. He may have a quarterback.
3rd and long. He's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Lets it fly. Makes the grab at the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28. Some might have the philosophy to milk.
He's a good player. He's got some. He can get in his bag if he wants to.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field.
Some good
attack,
plays.
make big plays like they have all game long.
Well, good call by the defense there.
The only thing I don't really like is the play action. Changing the back off the play action.
On 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
That's not play action. Hot route in the back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board.
He got
figure some
suspended.
things out because this wasn't a great day.
That got suspended.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right.
You know, you just can't coach toughness of quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last drilled again. Delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put up forth a performance like that.
Hot round back.
That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always there's a rivalry. On to the next game. Focus in on this next game.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching. of EA Sports College Football.
Should have started stop.